Green Amber aggro. When I get a day off this week, which we'll see if that happens ever, I'll make proper intros for these videos. But today we're jumping in. We're gonna play some Lorcana, and I am running a Green Amber deck. So this is gonna be very aggro-y. The point of this deck is to get boots on the ground ASAP and start going on quest as fast as possible. And so we're running cards like Lilo here, who is a 1 costing 2 pip card. This thing is insane, moves really fast. Its downside though is launch a quest, it can be attacked, and it's very easy to defeat. So we're teaming up with cards like Simba, Protective Cub, who give it bodyguard. So turn 1 we play Lilo, great, can't do anything with it on the first turn anyway. Second turn, drop a Simba to protect it, drop it in the bodyguard position, and then Lilo can get onto the races. You got cards running like Stitch. Stitch is a really great card. It's, you know, it's a good attacker, it's decent, but the best part is it can turn 4 shift into the Rockstar. The Rockstar is really powerful. 3 pips, 3/5. Whenever you play a character with cost 2 or less, you can have them come out exerted to draw a card. Not a lot of card draw in the set, so this is a really powerful card if we can get it up and running. We're running a whole bunch of high costing cards. Genie, Cusco, Hans, kind of up there, Mad Hatter. The big thing that these guys all got, you'll notice they're all 3 pips, except for Genie. Genie just has an additional ability. The 3 pips, it's huge. Helps us race for the top, so we're running this card just in time. You may play a character with cost 5 or less with 3 ink. So we can get a turn 5 character out on turn 3 with just in time. Another cool little combo. We're running cards like Tinkerbell, 2 Lorcana, or 2 lore, with evasive. What's really cool about this is, obviously she's really hard to attack into, so she can constantly be gaining 2 lore every turn. But if our opponent happens to have a bunch of evasive and we're having difficulty with that because we don't run any removal, she does grant another character evasive for the turn, so we can technically swing into things like that if we need to. Weakest cards in the deck are going to be LeFou. We don't have a ton of really phenomenal options. So LeFou is a 2 costing, 2 lore seeking character. The ability does nothing for us, unfortunately. The 1/2 is okay, but mostly, or it's a 2 of in this deck, just because there aren't a lot of other better options. Same with Maximus. Maximus is a decent card. However, it is expensive. It only generates 1 lore, but we're running it because of the bodyguard mechanic. I do like the bodyguard. It's really great to go with our Lilos specifically. And then, of course, how can we not be running Rapunzel? So Rapunzel is a really great, powerful card drawing card, but it does require some setup, which makes it a little tricky. Outside of that, we're also running 2 copies of Be Our Guest. I would run more copies of this. However, you're going to see in the client, it is not the easiest card to use, and then very quickly the timer will come up and it just kind of messes you up. There's a lot of cards like this in this first set that the client's not 100% on, and so it just kind of makes decisions for you sometimes, and that's not the greatest. So because of that, we're not running too many copies of this at the moment. If this was physical cards in a physical world, I might run all 4 copies of it, but in this particular one, only 2 copies, and we're likely going to play them as ink. But sometimes we'll play them. We'll see. But that is the deck. The whole point is to get your cards out as fast as you can and quest quickly. And you're going to see this deck quests pretty quickly. So let's jump into it. All right, here we go. So what I want to see in my opening hand, ideally, are a bunch of Lilos and some Simbas. The other thing I'm looking for is high costing cards. I'm going to want to replace those. And then the other thing to look out for, 5 cost is nice, but if we don't have our race to the big, just-in-time card, it's not the most potent. LeFou's going to go, like I said, he's mostly just a filler card. I think I'm happy with just these 2. There's the just in time. We are looking at a turn 3 Mad Hatter. Question is, what are we gonna play in the meantime? Ooh, turn 3 Cusco's better, so it looks like Mad Hatter is gonna be inked. I'm prioritizing the high costing one. Looks like our opponent's playing purple. And I missed seeing the ink color. Clank's not 100%. I imagine if Disney had their own version, it'd be a lot easier to, you know, click on this and see what was inked. I only just recently found out you can click into the graveyards if there's actually anything in the graveyard. Okay, still on purple. Pretty solid purple. Let's see. I think our turn 2 is going to be... I really want to keep Rapunzel, but we might throw Rapunzel down just to have a turn 2 Flynn. Our opponent's going wide on us. Look at that. They're going... They have 5 pips set up, so they want to race. Are these also one costing? Yeah, they're just as good as the Lilos, aren't they? Downside though is they're easy to attack into. So do we want to set up for that? Do we want to be able to attack into them? Or do we want to set up our Lilos? Rapunzel's gonna go down. Well, our next turn is just in time into Cusco, so... Better set up another attacker then, huh? Well, I could go with Stitch into a Lilo. I think that's going to be our best play. We can't attack Pascal. He's gained evasive. Gain some lore. Pass the turn. Yeah, so I'm thinking... Stitch is a good one with the 2-2. Develop our board a little bit in case they get their own bodyguard situation set up. Want to have Lilo down so we can play the race if we have to. So far, this seems to be a total purple deck. This is a challenger. Yeah, so we're definitely sending Stitch and Duke at both the Maleficents to slow them down. Oh, and there's our bodyguard. Ooh, it's a bodyguard. Do we want to... I think we're going to give up Flynn just to protect the Lilos. Okay. I mean, it's only one free turn. No, it's 2 free turns, right? Dr. Facilier, unless he wants to attack with both of these. Oh, I think that's the play. I think we gotta do Simba into Lilo. Yeah, we'll go right to the bodyguard position. Quest with Lilo. And take out their ramp. Alright, still haven't seen any other colors from them. Purple doesn't have really much in the way of removal. There it is. There's the yellow. So there's no way they're not rocking Lilos too. Like I said, the downside with the Lilos I found is if you can't protect them, they're not worth much. But getting Simba right there was huge. And now we're set up to play the rest of our hand out. That's the downside with this deck. Not a lot of card draw. We threw a Rapunzel away, so there's some of our card draw. Whatever else we get, if it's inkable, we're gonna ink it. It has to be pretty special. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that I really would want to keep. Oh, they're gonna try to race me. That's a bad idea. Another Simba's great, but I don't think it's not needed. We need to develop our ink. Yeah, this is a race that they are not going to enjoy. So let's see. Did we just gain 7, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, if they don't attack, it's lethal. We win next turn. They have to deal with Simba first. So they could do... Oh, Rockstar's good. Rockstar's really good. There you go. Rockstar can deal with Simba. Facilier can take out a Stitch. That's not the way to do that. Unless they're going to throw Pascal at him. Which I'm happy with Pascal being gone. If you don't take it out, man, you lose. There it is. And I'm happy to trade the Pascal. If it was me, I would have thrown Stitch and dealt with it. That way Pascal and Dr. Facilier could have taken out the Lilos. But this does keep us off of victory. It doesn't keep us off of victory very long, but it does keep us off of victory. And then, there we go. Oh yeah, Rapunzel. I'll take it. I'll take a Rapunzel all day. We're gonna heal a Stitch, and we're gonna draw a card. I like Mad Hatter. So the question is, do we put Mad Hatter down and it's a gamble, or do we hope to draw something inkable next turn? I don't think we're gonna... It's not gonna matter, I don't think. I think we're just gonna have all of our lore and be done with it. But just thinking for future turns. Right now we're at 17, so they have to deal with Cusco. Cusco just wins by himself right now. And then I got, here's 4, 5, 6. I got another 6, so I got... Amongst my 5 cards, I got 3 different ways to get my 3 lore. So they need to deal with... In reality, they need to deal with Lilo, Rapunzel, and Cusco, or they just lose. Let's see what they got. In their colors, they don't really have removal, so... Yeah. They got a rush, so they can attack 3 things. This can deal with Cusco. That can deal with... they can't get rid of Rapunzel, can they? No, I don't think they can get rid of Rapunzel. Let's move my camera so you guys can see the... Here. That's a good spot. Yeah, you don't need to... There's no graveyard to see. There we go. Now you can see the... There goes Cusco. That's it, though. Yeah, I'll banish a character. My turn. We just win. I like to be gracious and just go for it. I could have played the card and got my extra cards out, but that's not the way I like to play. All right, into the next game. I love this aggro deck. My biggest issue with my other decks is I get so focused on trying to play cards in a good combination that I forget to go for the lore, and then before I know it, I have like no lore. My opponent's at 18. I'm like, oh, I can't win this game. Let's see. The only downside of Just in Time is it's a cost 5 or less for free. It's not a discount on expensive cards. Oh, my whole hand is expensive. Definitely don't want Hades. Probably gonna drop Stitch. I do like seeing Simba here. I am considering dropping basically the whole hand in search for Lilos. Let's do it. Come on, Lilo. Oh, there's a Lilo. Come on, more Lilos. More Lilos. Ah. Okay, I'll take it though. Maximus is a good bodyguard card, but... Ooh, Maximus does go good with Rapunzel as well. Let's get rid of LeFou. We're gonna play a Lilo, and we're gonna have a turn 2 Simba to protect it. Let's hope our opponent's not in removal. Purple again. I do like oh, purple yellow. I do like seeing these. I like it because it's easy to deal with. Let's do it. Let's get rid of Maximus. He's a little expensive. I don't think we're gonna get to him for a good long while. Let's get Simba down in bodyguard position and get to questing. This is what I mean by aggro. We can very quickly just drop onto the board and just start racing to the finish line. Lantern. A little ramp. There's their own Lilo. Oh, I don't have a Stitch for my Rockstar. Let's see. Rapunzels are going to be really great, so I'm going to prioritize getting the Rapunzels down. I think we're going to get rid of Stitch. And again, we are going to... I think we're going to prioritize Rapunzel to heal Simba. Yeah. The longer Simba stays alive, the more Lilo does some work. And I'm in the second they put their Lilo down, I'm attacking it. I don't have a play this turn, so I guess... This is tough for me, because if we get a Stitch, this is a good turn 4 play. Not turn 4 for this game, but just in general. Oh boy. I got 4 copies of each. Let's throw the Stitch down. And let's go questing with both, because we want to make sure Simba's in the bodyguard position. And then let's see what our opponent can do. Hopefully they don't play their own bodyguard. Hopefully they quest with Lilo so I could take it out. That was a mistake I made a ton when I first started playing the deck, was I wasn't protecting Lilo. Ah, that's the Elsa that freezes, isn't it? Oh no, no. 2 Lilos down. Ooh, this is just in time. I think I will just in time. We're gonna throw Hans away. And we're gonna just in time a Cusco. That way we can leave up the ability to heal and draw with our Simba. If our opponent's not gonna go for the lures, then I'm not gonna worry about it. My favorite part so far with this game is it's still new enough, so it's like I'm watching everything my opponents do in case they make a freaking banger, and I'm like, oh, that's such a cool deck. Ah, that's unfortunate. I can't heal a dead Simba. They're finally gonna quest. Well, so they have damage on their guys, right? So that basically means, do they want to throw away a Stitch? If they don't want to throw away a Stitch, and I can't attack the Lilo without Stitch being able to just wreck Cusco. But if they throw Stitch at Cusco, he'll be down to 1. Elsa can swing in. He can either... Elsa dies either way, right? That's probably the best bet, so I can't force him to lose a thing. Not healing. I think I'm attacking a Lilo. And if that's the case, I'm going to play another card that can attack in the future as well. So this is what we're going to do. First, we're going to attack a Lilo. That'll put a damage on Cusco. And then we're going to play Rapunzel, heal the damage, draw a card. Alright, and I will ink the second Cheshire Cat. The Rockstar Stitch out of nowhere was a big brain play. Took me for a loop there. Because it allowed him to just run right through my bodyguard and destroy my ability to aggro. Rush. Surprised to see Rafiki in purple. You know, it's funny to see some of the colors sometimes. You're just like, really? Is that the... No action to be taken there because we traded. Yeah, we're in a losing position for sure. We do not want to ever find ourselves, you know, on the side of having to race, keep our opponent down. But we are an aggro deck versus an aggro deck, so it's not the craziest thing. Let's get a Rapunzel down. Let's heal a Rapunzel. Let's draw a card. Foo is worth 2. Is better than a Stitch. At this point, we just have enough pips. I think we're gonna drop the Stitch. We're gonna prioritize our 2 lore guys. I like the green a little better than purple, I think. Green's a little more questy. It's better in the aggro sense, but the purple has so much card draw. Ooh, if they got this Mickey Mouse, do they have the brooms? My wife has this deck with the Mickey Mouse and the brooms, and I'll tell you what, if you don't have removal, that is a really obnoxious deck to deal with. And you know what? Our deck doesn't have removal. They're not gonna go for it. I like Cheshire Cat. It's got a built-in defense. I think we're just gonna go for it. What happens if we do LeFou? LeFou trades with just these 2. Won't trade with Stitch. In fact, nothing's gonna trade with Stitch right now. So LeFou just dies to Stitch, but it does get an extra damage on it. Straight out dies to Mickey Mouse. I think it's worth it too. Let's just go for it. This game's got a weird ebb and flow. The closer you get to your 20 lore, the harder it is for your opponent to stabilize. Because all it takes is one creature slipping through, and then all of a sudden they can't do anything. So yeah, they're going to prioritize getting rid of the 2 Pippers. Yep, Mickey Mouse for LeFou, that makes sense. And then, are we going to see a Stitch on Rapunzel? Next turn we're going to see a total board wipe. So I really need to draw something that quests. Which is very likely in our deck, but not a guarantee. Oh, they misplayed it. They played it in a bodyguard position. I was just thinking we could get 2 card draw off of this, but I'm losing 2 lore. Let's see, how many are we at? They got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're gonna go to 17 on their turn. But I can go to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They have to attack and remove everything, and then I got a Rapunzel set up to win. I think that's what we do. They can't go for victory. Nothing to heal. Pass the turn. They have to completely board wipe me now. And since there's no removal I can think of in purple and yellow, so we'll see. Victory, there it is. That's the thing that I struggle with the most with this is you win when you get to 20 and not, you know, controlling their board. And I love to control the board as a control player isn't the best way in a lot of cases. Here we go. Going second. I do like the, ooh, oh, okay, well, that's too much. But, huh, is it too much? We have 2 stitches and 2 Rockstar stitches. You don't need that many, but that is pretty interesting to see. Got it just in time for Cusco, so that's a turn. That's our turn 3. Turn 4 would be, that would be a stitch. Everything else would be, this is keepable. You know, this is keepable because we're gonna turn 1, drop a thing, play stitch. Turn 2, drop a thing, do nothing. Turn 3, drop a thing, just in time into Cusco. Turn 4, stitch. I think we're gonna try this hand. Red is removal. Red is removal. I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna start by dropping Maximus. We're gonna play a stitch. Red is removal. It's, what I'm saying is they got Dragonfire. They have, I'm gonna play a card which just removes your guy. We don't care how much power or toughness he has. We don't care what position he's in. Cusco's nice. Cusco's ward. So that's gonna be a solid turn 3. It would require them to do a board wipe. Don't like to see Hades here. I am gonna drop. I'm gonna drop a Duke. I'm gonna drop a Duke. We're gonna drop a Duke. I'm gonna play another stitch here. They might trade us out stitches, but I don't want to fall behind on this race. Right now, it's looking like we're gonna. Yep, we're gonna do the trade. That's what red's all about. It's all about removal. So far, I haven't seen anything else, though. Okay, we're gonna have to drop a stitch. I talked about this in my spoiler video. I hate getting a hand of cards I can't use. But we are gonna just in time to Cusco. And I'm gonna leave my stitch up. Don't want to trade stitch. Because we got a Rockstar. A Rockstar is not going to do anything because our hand's filled with stuff we can't play. I try to keep that to a minimum in my decks, but sometimes, you know, you just get really cool cards. +1 for each villain character you ever play. And 6/7, it's quite the body. We rarely ever get this high. Hades would likely come out, I think, if there was better options. Oh, they are multicolored. Green, okay, red-green. I've been thinking about doing a red-green deck too. I think it'd be really strong. Because green's really westy and red's removal. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get rid of that LeFou. And it's time to do a shifting stitch. And then yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I don't need to remove their characters. We are so rampy. See, this is what I don't like my hand for. Hades, man. Such a cool card, but so hard to play in this deck. Aladdin is really good. Oh, that Aladdin is brutal. There goes our stitch. And then can you do the... Yeah, oh, that's right. He doesn't do 2 damage. He does the lore thing. That's right. It's that Aladdin. Oh, I don't know if we're winning this one, boys. My hand is so garbage. That's all I got. Oh, my hand is so garbage. You can't win them all, but so far I do have, what's this, like 7, 8 games in and only 2 losses. If you prioritize the aggro, it's it can be really potent. Just gonna go for the trade here. Still worth the, yep, still worth the lore. I like that Aladdin. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to compete with this. I don't have any removal. Alright, that's game. That is game. Yeah, so we didn't have any removal in that last game, and they were ahead. We don't have any rush creatures. So by the time we got something that could attack and in theory remove their creatures, they have already won. They already have the lore. So let's see. Let's look at this hand. I do got a Stitch into a Rock Star. This time I got a better spread of stuff. Just in time into a Cusco. So I got my turn 3 and my turn 4 already planned out. What's my turn 1 look like? So my turn 3 is a just in time. So that's these 2 cards consumed for 2/3. And my turn 4 are these 2. So that leaves me with a Simba, a Flynn, and a Hans. And I need at least 3 of them. So I think we're going to prioritize playing Flynn. And we're going to drop Hans. Now we're just waiting for my opponent. Theo 300. Let's go, Theo. Purple. Purple's super popular. I don't know if it's like, if this is like a Magic the Gathering deal where it's like my colors dictate what I play against. I feel like I don't play against this much purple and yellow with any of my other decks that I'm thinking about. I hardly play against these colors. So it's funny to see them so prominent right now. What do you got, opponent? What I'm liking about this versus Magic the Gathering is I'm not in like a predictive mode. So like Magic, they'd play a mana color, they would play a first card, and bam, I'd know 90% of their deck. It's not like that with this. Though this is seeming really familiar. We keep coming across that Mickey Mouse, and now I'm seeing the broomsticks. I bet you there's another YouTuber and this is a deck tech and people are copying it. Let's see. I do want to prioritize Flynn. We don't need Simba right now, but I do want to have cheap cards for Stitch. We're going to drop the Hans. And we are going to play the Flynn. I do want to develop. And we're not going to quest because I want to have my Stitch for my Stitch. I'm sure my opponent's thinking the same thing. That's probably why they didn't quest. They want to have a Stitch for their Stitch. And now we know for sure they have a Stitch. Probably multiples. Yeah, purple's good. Purple draws cards, and like I was saying, I really like this Mickey Mouse Magic Broom combo. I don't need a Maximus. Well, I could play a Maximus and then start questing. Like a Stitch gets a free attack. Overplaying Cusco. And they're gonna play Big Stitch, aren't they? Oh, they are gonna play Big Stitch. I think that's what we're doing. I think we're dropping Simba and we're going to... Oh, it's not what we had planned, but it's what we're doing. And we're gonna definitely come out in the bodyguard position. Yeah, because I think they're about to Big Stitch me. I want to Big Stitch on our next turn. Let's hope I can get a card that can be inked. Look at that. Maximus coming in clutch. Oh, they're not going to Big Stitch. They're going to go for the removal. Yeah, with Maximus in play, they cannot Big Stitch effectively, can they? They're going to go for the whole board wipe. That was my son, you may have heard. Okay, so our opponent just completely board wiped us. Did not see the board wipe coming. So we're going to drop the Stitch because we have 3 Cuscos in hand and we can't play them. Oh, man. These non-inkable cards, man, they are strong, but they are brutal to get stuck with. First player's deck, okay. not the hand. Oh, just in time does work. Okay, so we got a Cusco down. Can we race? They have 4 lore that they're gaining this turn. If they want to go for it. Oh, and here come... Well, they can't Zeus me yet. But they will Zeus me. I desperately need an Inkable. Come on. Now they're questioning, do I Lilo this turn? Because if they Lilo, we just take Lilo. Yeah, I think we have to take Lilo. I think we have to take Lilo because Zeus just removes Cusco. Yeah. And let's look at our 2 damage in. Zeus is going to remove so much of our good stuff. So we want to try to slow him down. So we're going to ink the tank. Get another Cusco. Yeah, that Zeus is trading with both of our Cuscos. That's brutal. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna race this one either. Looks like this purple gold deck is doing really well. It has some cards that I really want to play with, especially the magic brooms. The magic brooms are so... they're good. That's right, we get a banish Zeus. I forgot about the banishing on Cusco. Never mind, we're in a rock star position. Let's just hope they don't have another Zeus, huh? That's right, no touchy. No touchy. Oh, that's a good card. I just wish we could play them both this turn. So let's see, they can go for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go for 6 on my next turn, 8 for the turn after. Unless they want to do some trading, which they might. Yeah, they're gonna lose 2 pip to prevent me from gaining 3. No, they're gonna go for it. Alright, let's think about this. What do they got? So they're going to gain 4, 5, 6. That's going to take them to 18. We're going to go to 12. And then we're going to gain 8. So they have to go into the removal plan. They can't just win if they quest. They can't just win if they quest. Yeah, if they don't take out a Cusco, I win. Getting to draw cards good, but they're low on their... and they get to play it anyway! Those lucky... Lucky. They're going to trade the other... No, I would have guessed they would have traded the Stitch just because it's got the damage on it. They may have a Rapunzel, and they might be playing around that. Okay, this is hard for us because now we can't just go for a victory. They did mint. That 2 off the top. Oh, and this is brutal. I have an empty hand. All right. I mean, I take out the bodyguard, trade the Lilos. It's not good enough. I think our opponent pulled it out. I think they pulled it out by getting the Maleficent into a Stitch. I got 5 across this. I would have to trade with this one, then trade with this one, which would leave them with 2. Yeah, they have exactly 4. Yeah, the Maleficent to the Stitch. What a game-clinching move. Makes it impossible for me to win now. This did not help. This did not help. How long were we stuck on stupid inks? Yeah. It's my luck. I do have the worst luck. Alright, our opponent wins this one. Good job, opponent. Alright, last game magic. Of course we're going second. No, I don't want to go second. Alright, we're gonna drop definitely gonna drop Genie. And I think we're gonna drop the Stitch this time. I keep inking Hans. I think I want to play him this time. LeFou's a good inker. no no Lilo to go with our Simba. I think we're gonna drop Tink. Oh, we're playing a gray deck, finally. Gray and gold. Oh, there we go. There's a Be Our Guest. That's a... we are definitely gonna drop that one. I should play it at least once. I should have kept it. I should have held it just so you guys could see what I was talking about. Let's see. Let's play... Play a Stitch. Because they're going to want to do a Bodyguard, I imagine. I'm going to want to be able to attack into this Bodyguard. Haven't had a lot of luck in the actual racing today. Yep, there's the Bodyguard. Now Lilo can go for it. We got our own Bodyguards, but we have to play them. I don't think so. We might want to play it. Doesn't need to be in Bodyguard position. Yep, we are going to lose a Stitch to this. We got to get through the defenses so we can take out their ramp. That's why Simba's so strong. Yeah, if you can get your Simbas in hand with Lilos or those Maleficents, oh man. Which one's this one? Singer. The top 4 cards, reveal a song, put it into your hand. Now we have to take out the Bodyguard. Yeah, they got so much ramp. I can still only play one thing. Unfortunate. Well, Simba's got the best attacks. Alright, this deck's not good at this particular thing that we're doing here. So, this is just as fun for me as it is for you. Alright, now their Lilo's vulnerable. Lilo's still vulnerable unless they got another removal. Gray has a targeted removal. That's their only board wipe, but 2 damage across the board isn't very board wipey. I've learned that the hard way. It's been great. It's been clutch with paper cards with my wife. It's got me out of a lot of pinches, but those are mostly based around starter decks. And there's the targeted removal. Man, they can just keep Lilo going. Alright, I think our best bet is to get 2 drops down. And hope they don't have another grab your sword. Gotta get rid of that Lilo. Aerials work 2s, right? Nope, just 1. Yeah, if they got another grab your sword right here, that's going to be brutal. Well, they had that. That's nice. Can't swing in and heal. I don't have the resources for it. We can technically... We can, quote, race, but we're too far behind, I think, to make an impact for that race. Now Simba gets a free attack. Gets to just kill a thing and be in the bodyguard position, which is brutal. I think Ariel will also take... I think we're going to see Simba take out a thing, Ariel take out the other. That'll put Simba in the defense position, and Ariel just have a single damage. Oh no! No! I don't want a new hand. I was really playing around and being able to heal. Okay, we'll just get another one, right? Just get another one? Just get another one. No, that's not another one. Yep, here comes the... If they want a quest, we can take out Simba, and then Flynn Rider can take out Lilo. Free card draw, yep. Alright, I'm not even gonna hesitate. That's the first thing I'm definitely doing. Getting rid of this. Getting rid of that. Wish I still had my Rapunzel right now. Let's see. We're at 4. We could do 2 more drops. Probably our best bet. Just in time doesn't do anything because we don't have any 5 costs. I think we get these 2 out just because they do damage. This guy doesn't do any damage, but he does banish anything he attacks. He just can't attack. So if we need to be aggressive, we can't. It is a better use of our mana, though. Let's do it. Let's do the Cheshire Cat. It's a better use of the mana. Plus, it being off of a 2-butt, it'll survive the Grab Your Sword, which they likely are going to play right now and board wipe us. They got the 5 mana for it. Here it comes. Grab Your Sword. Well, it's still a song. They can still sing it. Which one are they going to sing? Singing's such a cool mechanic, too. Like a free card. Oh, they're getting Simba back. They're going to take out my Flynn Rider or my... Well, they should take out Hans. They should definitely have Rapunzel take out Hans. They didn't. They're going for the race. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's on victory. Rapunzel's great. The hills. I'll go for 2. So who's attacking here? Hans has to attack. Yeah, because they've only left me with a couple of options. Yeah, Hans has to attack. And if I'm going to attack, I want to gain my 6, go to 10. Brutal. There's so much they could have to just win. I'm thinking of Grab Your Sword specifically. Well, let's see, I can go to 6. Let's get Cheshire Cat down. And yeah, 2 toughness is rough as well. Let's Grab Your Sword just removes it. We're gonna heal the Hans. I should have healed Hans first. See what I drew. Okay, that's fine. Hans has to remove this or we just are dead on board. Yeah. Dang, not a good showing for the deck today. Yesterday was just like non-stop victories. But sometimes that's the way it happens. We have to get specifically lucky here, I think. Very lucky. They have to not have a whole new world or Grab Your Sword. Specifically Grab Your Sword. Secondary a whole new world because they can pay for a whole new world to get a new hand, to get a Grab Your Sword for the board wipe. But if they're going for the attacks, they might not have it. Now they're going for 4, goes for 7. 17? What do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 10 on board still, so they have to attack or have some removal. They definitely have removal. How do they not have removal? They're in gray. Gray's got a lot of targeted removal. There's the card draw. And they can still use Ariel to sing. Come on. If that's what they're banking on, please don't have it. Biting my nails over here. Oh, they're attacking. If they're choosing a trigger, it means they're attacking Flynn. Yep, they're discarding a card. So they're going into combat. Slow me down. There goes the other Flynn. Can I see their graveyard? What are they discarding? Can see their graveyard. Okay. Do they got enough for victory? I bet you they do, and we don't have the damage. Well, we can deal with that one. So they got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh boy. Yep. It's because I'm not aggressive. I don't have any aggro cards. Cheshire cat can't attack. Yeah, I just don't have the aggression. 2, 4. So I can't deal with either of these. So I have to deal with the other 3. I can get rid of Stitch and I can get rid of Lilo, but that's all of my attack power. Or I can send both of them at Ariel, and then I'm leaving him with a lot up. Yeah. Dang. Well, nothing I can do, so let's just play a bunch of cards. What I don't like about the timer is it doesn't stop when you start doing things. Ah, there it goes. It's not like Magic where if you start doing the thing, the timer pauses because you're active. Once the timer starts, that's it, you're out of time. There it is. That is game. Alright, welcome back to the After Games. How did it go? So, yesterday I played this deck, and it was just non-stop victories. We were super aggro, gained lore incredibly fast. Today was not the case. Today was kind of unfortunately a bad showing for it. We had multiple games where I was stuck with cards like Genie, Cusco, Hades, all these cards that don't have any inkability to them. So we're getting stuck with these high costing cards in our hand with no way to play them, can't ink them. Even at a game where it was just these just-in-times with nothing else in our hand. That was unfortunate. The deck does generally perform very well, though as you can see from this, no deck is perfect and it has issues occasionally. Just unfortunate today that we had a lot more than normal. We had some really fun showings. You could see how important the lore aspect is. It's very easy, especially for me in the beginning learning this game, it's very easy to just jump in and be like, oh, Lilo attacks for 1. Let's get rid of Lilos. I was even falling into that trap today, right? Like, let's get rid of Lilos. Let's attack them. Let's sacrifice my stuff to get rid of their stuff. And how much more potent it is when you look at our second game where it's just, no, let's just race for the victory instead. And it's a lot more powerful. And that's probably where my mistake was today, was I wasn't focused enough on the racing, the lore accumulation, the questing, as I should have been. A lot of these cards are really great for it. I'm sad we didn't get to really play a lot of Mad Hatter, if we got to play him at all. Mad Hatter's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, good showing for Maximus, which was really cool. If I was going to make any changes to the deck, I would definitely drop the Hades. I just don't know what to bring in. Honestly, there's not a lot of options. Spoiler season is out. I don't know when Pixelborn's going to get the update. So we might have access to the new cards sooner rather than later. My guess is, and crossing my fingers, no knowledge on this, but my guess is once the entire set is spoiled, we'll probably see it drop on Pixelborn relatively soon after that, maybe a week or 2. That's my guess, once the whole set is spoiled. Outside of that, we did manage to see a couple of Stitches this game. Not all of them were mine. I've played 1 game in total now where I've played the Stitch and I've effectively been able to use his ability to draw cards. And in that game, he was phenomenal. In every game since then, we try to go for him or we plan for him. It just doesn't quite work out. Or by the time he gets on the field, your opponent either has a way to deal with him or you just don't have the cheap cards in your hand anymore to play for it. So Stitch is cool. I don't know if he's $20 cool. Definitely Lilo's better. Should be worth more, I think, than Stitch here. Outside of that, it's a really fun deck. Go ahead, put it together, mix it up. If you make any changes, especially changes along the lines of what I said you maybe should come out, let me know, because I want to play this deck more. I just don't know what we're bringing in place of cards like Hades. But that is my number one removal. Let's get rid of Hades. Just don't know what goes in its place. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.